NC Pork. Good for the plate, great for the state. "2025 promised to be the return of Clemson football to the national stage, of the Florida Gators taking another step forward in their establishing themselves as a power in the SEC. But heading into week 3 of this 2025 football season, boy, Clemson, they don't look very good at all. They look darn right shaky in that first half against Troy. And the Florida Gators lost to South Florida. Now, Jim, you were part of a national championship with the Gators, and Tim, you were part of the national championship with the Seminoles. You guys know Florida football, how to recruit it, and what the fans are like down there. How bad is it right now for the head coach of the Florida Gators?
What's the hottest fire that you could possibly have? That you could build. If it could get any hotter, then they're feeding gasoline, they're feeding wood, they're whatever those Gator fans can feed to heat the fire up. That's what they're doing. I was there for 12 years, and we won 127 games in 12 years. And Coach Spurrier set the bar pretty high. Urban Meyer kept the bar high. And the Gator fans will not accept any less than being on the national scene and competing for the national scene. So Billy Napier is under a great deal of heat, and how his team responds to that in a very difficult challenge this week against LSU, it'll be interesting to follow.
You know, Dan Mullen, I thought, set the bar. You know, Steve Spurrier set the bar, but Dan Mullen did a really nice job. Coach, I coached for Dan at Florida for 2 years. He won 10 games in year 1, 2, and 3, played for the SEC championship. We played Alabama to the bone and didn't win an SEC championship. But in year 4, won 6 games, and he ended up being let go. And I think that kind of speaks to the volume of the heat that Coach is talking about when he says, hey, Napier's butt is on the frying pan right here. And, you know, because the same thing with Mullen. And Mullen won. I mean, that's a lot of games he won, you know, playing for an SEC championship in Atlanta against Alabama, you know. And so Florida is a wonderful job. It's a tough job. But I'm going to tell you what, you've got everything in place at the University of Florida for you to win football games. And there is no reason why you shouldn't win football games on a very consistent basis at the University of Florida.
It's Tailgate 101 from the North Carolina Pork Council and the North Carolina Sports Network. I'm here with Roy Lee Lindsay. Those noon kickoffs, man, nobody likes them, but they make for great tailgates, especially breakfast food.
They do a lot of things. A noon kickoff, there are challenges with it. You got to get there early, but you do get your evening back. You can watch other games on TV in the evening, so it's not all a loss, if you will. But what do you do for that early tailgate? You don't have as much time to prepare, to cook, to whatever. So here's some simple things you can do. One, North Carolina is blessed with lots of good restaurants that feature breakfast. So think biscuits and bacon, biscuits and sausage and egg. You need one this morning?
Oh, I do.
Get started right away. But you can stop by, you can pick up biscuits and take with you. Those are easy to unwrap, easy to have. But if you want to make them yourself, go ahead and cook the biscuits. You can cook them the night before. You can take them to your tailgate, throw them on the grill just a little bit to warm them back up. It'll make them a little softer. You can get them hot again, throw some bacon, throw some sausage on there. Again, you can pre-cook the sausage, throw it back on the grill to heat it back up, and easy to make biscuits, and you've got them. One of the things that I've always done for breakfast is burritos. Breakfast burritos are easy. You throw your skillet on top of your grill, you throw some eggs in there, some onions, some peppers, throw in some sausage and some bacon, and you've got an instant breakfast burrito. Tips for making burritos is you will always buy more tortillas than you think you need. And when you get there, you're always going to have tortillas left. I did it for 15 years, and we always brought tortillas, and we always took tortillas home. It never failed. We had more than we needed. So about half as many tortillas as what you think you need is what you really need for for breakfast burritos. But breakfast is easy, and then when you come out of the game afterwards, you can throw something back on the grill and have an early supper, if you will.
That's great. And I know later in the day we'll eat barbecue, but at breakfast, you mentioned it. You can go sausage, you can go bacon, or you can go country ham. What's at Roy Lee's tailgate?
I'm a bacon and sausage guy, so that for me is where we're always going to go. Burritos I find to be easy because I can make a big batch of it for a large group of people, and then they can serve themselves as they go.
Get those NC pork burritos going. Bacon, sausage, you got it all, even country ham. It makes game days better, just like bacon.
Just like bacon.
Everything better. Roy Lee Lindsay and Mike Waddell here on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Well, Dabo Swinney is 1-1 right now. They lost to LSU in week 1, came close, but didn't lose to Troy at home in week 2. And now they go, into a nasty, nasty game against Georgia Tech this weekend. Is Dabo Swinney going to be able to pull this one together? Because right now, this team just looks completely out of sorts.
I'll tell you what, I think Georgia Tech's got a really good football team. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number one, really good football team. I think Haynes King is a sure enough star. I think that kid right there, he can run it, he can throw it. He is a playmaking sucker. And I just love everything about how they play the game. They don't turn the ball over. Now, I say they don't turn the ball over, and I think they had 3 turnovers against Colorado in that first game. But I just really think that this is a tough matchup for Dabo and the Clemson Tigers, because I think Georgia Tech feels really good about themselves. I think that they got a level of confidence about them that is going to allow them to really play with some swagger, and it will not. I won't question for a second if Georgia Tech goes and gets after Clemson.
This has been Bold North State Football Daily, an exclusive presentation of the North Carolina Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on social media at the NC Sports Net, and check out our website that is wall-to-wall coverage of North Carolina sports at ncsportsnetwork.com. Our foundational partner is the North Carolina Pork Council, raising the bacon, raising the bar. Telling the stories of the bold North State, this is the North Carolina Sports Network.